Hello everybody, welcome to the Wrestling Multiverse YouTube channel. This is going to be one of our classic reviews. This is going to be kind of a new thing. It's going to be in the same as the pay-per-view reviews and that, but these will more likely be weekly shows. There might be some pay-per-views involved, but that's all depends on if you guys suggest some. What we're going to do this week is, what we're going to do this week is Raw from November 22nd, 2010. This is the Raw where, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what the Raw is. If you watch it, you know. Right? This Raw's rating got a 3.3, which shocked the hell out of me. I didn't know ratings were that good in 2010. I found that really shocking to me. This is probably not going to be long, this thing, because I was supposed to do it with someone, but the person didn't make it. So, this is kind of just giving me talking, and worst chance this probably will be like, I guess, 20 minutes long, if the worst case. Because I wrote review expecting banter between me and the person, not exactly a full, great, step-by-step review. But let's go to the competition. Let's see what the ratings are on that. I have them written down. We got TNA Impact, which got a 0.6, which is a pretty low rating for them. Like, that's pretty low, to be honest. On that show, we had Tommy Dreamer defeating Rhino in a street fight, 4 minutes, 35 seconds. You had Jeff Jarrett defeating Jesse Neal in an MMA competition in 4 minutes, 28 seconds. Weird choice in match, but okay. Sarita defeated Madison Rayne in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And then D'Angelo Gennaro, Douglas Williams, Matt Morgan, Samoa Joe defeated Fortune, which is versus Fortune, which is AJ Styles, James Storm, Kazarian, and Rob Roode, ending in no contest, and that went 13 minutes. I'm not really sure what was going on in Impact in 2010. Clearly, it was not that big of a deal. SmackDown from that week got a 1.56 in the ratings, which is just mind blowing because SmackDown was taped and like barely anything really happened on SmackDown. But let's look at the card there. Kofi Kingston defeats Jack Swagger in the King of the Ring qualifying match in 17 minutes and 20 seconds, which is really long for them too. Like, that's good enough credit for WWE for giving them to that amount of time. Shows how much they had faith in them too. Alberto Del Rio defeated the Big Show by countout in the King of the Ring qualifying match in 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Drew McIntyre defeated MVP in the King of the Ring qualifying match in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. My phone keeps going off and making noises, and I don't really like it. Kelly defeated Michelle McCool with Layla for a minute and 2 seconds, which, poor freaking women. I know Kelly, people go like, well, Kelly can wrestle, but Michelle McCool could at least carry her for longer than a minute. Like, come on. Cody Rhodes defeated Rey Mysterio in a King of the Ring qualifying match in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So, you know, nothing thing. It's just building King of the Ring, which somewhat is what this show is based off of. This show is also about putting over the King of the Ring. We got King of the Ring qualifying matches on this episode of Raw. This is the Raw following Survivor Series 2010. And I'll look up. You know what? We're gonna do a little improv. I'm gonna read you the card for Survivor Series 2010. I'm looking at it right now. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let's go over Survivor Series 2010, which was the night before this episode of Raw. The dark match was R-Truth defeating Zack Ryder in a singles match, unknown time. Daniel Bryan defeated Ted DiBiase by submission in a singles match for the United States Championship in 9 minutes 58 seconds. John Morrison defeated Sheamus in a singles match at 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Dolph Ziggler defeated Caval in a singles match for the Intercontinental Championship. Ziggler retained his title 9 minutes and 32 seconds. Dan Bryan also retained his. We got Team Mysterio, Big Show, Chris Masters, Kofi Kingston, Montel Valdes Porter, and Rey Mysterio defeated Team Del Rio, which is Alberto Del Rio, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Tyler Rex. Caught me, that just threw me so off. In a 5-on-5 series elimination match in 18 minutes and 12 seconds. We have Natalya defeating Laycool, Michelle McCool, and Layla by submission and handicap match to win the Divas title in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. We have Kane versus Edge in a World Heavyweight Championship match ending in a draw in 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Don't Survivor Series do a draw. What are you doing? That's so stupid. The Nexus, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel defeated Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov in a tag team match for the tag team championships, retaining their titles in 5 minutes and 11 seconds. And in the main event, Randy Owens successfully defended the WWE Championship against Wade Barrett, with John Cena as special guest referee, 15 minutes and 10 seconds. And due to the fact Randy Orton won on this episode of Raw, we have the Raw where Cena is fired. Cena unable. No longer in WWE. We'll never see him again after. Anyways. We open the show, Wade Barrett, who gets a somewhat of a... So this goes really weird. Unless I misheard it. I swear I heard a mixed reaction for Wade Barrett when the Nexus music played. But then as Wade starts talking, they just boo him out of the building. So I don't know what happened here. I don't know if the crowd just liked the theme and just didn't like Wade, which wouldn't surprise me. But it was just really weird to me how Wade was given such a bizarre reaction to this. Wade has a weird no expression face. It looks like he has to take a shit. I don't know why he has the way his face goes like that, but it's really funny to me, so I had to point it out. Wade's unable to get a word out because the crowd starts booing, which again threw me off because of the way the crowd's been reacted to him, but you know. Anyways, Wade says WWE weird. I haven't wrote anything from his promo because his promo is just a bunch of random nothingness. But Wade always talks about the WWE. I can't even do the accent, but it's just the way he says W is so bizarre to me. I don't know. It might be just because I ain't used to British. Also, did Wade Barrett's accent get stronger as the years went on? I swear I remember by the end of his career, he has a stronger accent then than he does now in 2010, which makes no sense because he's barely in the UK. How does his accent get stronger? Did Vince tell Wade to... Does anyone know Vince ever told Wade to get his accent stronger? It's weird. Wade's just complaining about the match, but I'm like, didn't you put Cena as guest referee? What do you think was going... You can't call it unfair when you put up the match. It's so stupid. Like, he put up the match and put the stipulations on it, and then got mad that Cena still did not immediately just help him win. Good, you had a 50-50 chance of that happening, Wade. You had a 50-50 chance. Why you mess it up? Wade says he wants another shot, WWE title, and the GM does the anonymous Raw general manager makes it for tonight. I don't know what to say about the Raw. The anonymous Raw GM, I'll just say is stupid. I hate it. Hated it from the whole time. Shockingly, this is somehow not the worst of Michael Cole on this show, which I will give credit to, because in 2010, Michael is pretty unbearable. I'm pretty sure in 2011 he's worse. I don't know when if I'll even ever do anything on 2011, but we'll kind of see, because me and my friends should go for Raw for Raw. I will not reveal what the next one is, though. That one's going to be a surprise. Hopefully he's there for that one. But yeah, hopefully we'll see how that goes. We then get an announcement from Michael Cole that CM Punk officially joins the commentary team for Raw. So this is what was weird to me. So Cole says that Punk joining commentary is revenge for JR showing up last week on the Raw unannounced. But the difference is JR showed up for 1 week. Cole then follows up for revenge by just putting Punk on commentary permanently. What the hell? How does that work? How does that work? Although I will admit, Punk is, I'm glad they did it, because Punk is the literal star of this entire show. Punk is the best part of this show on commentary. Better than any other thing on this show. Punk steals it every time. We then go into our first match of Sheamus versus R-Truth in a King of the Ring qualifying match. R-Truth comes out with Eve Torres, and I don't know why. Was that ever actually made clear why Eve Torres was with R-Truth? Did Eve Torres just start showing up with R-Truth and just no one said anything? Because I swear that had to have been how that went, because I cannot honestly figure out why Eve was with R-Truth. I don't remember anything that explained it. I swear I just remember Eve just started showing up with R-Truth. If I'm missing something, let me know. But I swear that it just random, really, really weird. Punk says Eve looks like she's having an epileptic fit when she dances, which broke me in laughter. Just, again, Punk is just amazing on this show. Sheamus works a headlock for far too long. I will get credit for one thing that happened in this match. And I've tried. It's like a slow, just a quick thing where Sheamus, when he's going for a off the ropes but keep the headlock in, he loses grip, so immediately just front face locks him and brings Truth down just so he can transition back into the headlock. Really well done by Sheamus and Truth for doing that so quickly after almost messing it up. The commentary on this match in particular is so freaking weird. So Punk, Jerry Lawler starts talking about the royal wedding because, kings. Punk then calls him very topical. These two just start randomly going on about nothing. Michael Cole makes a joke about the commentary, saying just riveting commentary we got here. And I'm like, yeah, you got a point there, Cole. Like, what the hell? It's just so awkward. It's like they don't know what to say. It's really weird. This match is really weird for that reason. Truth does hit a nice missile dropkick, but at the end, Sheamus hits a bro kick followed by a Celtic cross to win. Or a high cross, whatever the hell they called it. When did Sheamus start using the bro kick as his finisher by itself? I don't remember when that started. I think it was sometime in 2011, but I don't know when. So, Oh, so then they do a thing on the commentary where they talk about John Cena's DVD. And Punk the whole time makes the greatest facial expressions I have ever seen. He just starts, every single thing just got a facial expression that's totally different. And it makes me laugh. So, thank you, CM Punk, for being just a breath of fresh air on this dang commentary. Lay Cool is unable to get in the building. So this is just things that make me laugh, and I don't know why. So the person just does not pretend they don't know who Lay Cool is, but I'm like, I get that you wouldn't, I feel, know them by thing, but you had to at least, they had to be on posters and stuff that's on the building, right? They put stuff on, because, you have to know who Lay Cool is, right? They were champions literally 24 hours ago. So how would you not know who they are at all? That doesn't make... Come on. they do a backstage skit, which I literally didn't care about. I was like, Santino's sad about not being champions, and there's a random Tamina showing up with a ukulele, and she kisses Santino, and I guess that was a thing that I don't even think led anywhere, so, okay. We get the Slam of the Week that is sponsored by Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I have that game. That's the only reason I wrote this down. I don't remember what the Need for Speed, the Slam of the Week was. I just know I saw the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, so I had to write it down because me and my brother had this game and we used to play it a lot. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't know. I don't think anyone cares, but yeah. We then get to a Kingdom qualifying match as Ezekiel Jackson takes on The Miz. So when I first saw this, I was so confused because I was like, okay, so we have two heels fighting each other in a Kingdom qualifying match. Then Ezekiel Jackson comes out and is a smiling babyface, which baffled me because I swear he's a heel until 2011. When did he just become babyface, then go back heel just to be babyface again? I'm missing something here. Someone please explain me what I'm missing here because I don't know what's going on. Just random Ezekiel Jackson appearance as a babyface in 2010. Alex Riley comes out instead of The Miz, and CM Punk just immediately goes, "Who is this?" So CM Punk clearly did not know who Alex Riley was, and I don't blame him at this point. CM Punk hates the term A-Rye. Michael Cole calls it that multiple times, and Punk just seems agitated by the name of it the entire time, and I kind of died of laughter when that happened. Alex Riley announces that The Miz has suffered an anxiety attack, and Alex Riley will rest on his behalf. Because apparently you're just allowed to do that now. I don't know when that became a thing where you're just allowed to do that. But yeah, apparently it was a thing. Punk and Lawler will not put over Riley at all when Cole does. Like, Cole will put Riley over, but no, Punk and Lawler are not having it at all. They're just putting over Ezekiel while Cole's putting over Riley. That makes me laugh. Ezekiel Jackson hits a nice standing Uranagi to win the match and advance in the King of the Ring. You know, it was a whatever match. It was just a squash, really, to get Ezekiel Jackson over in the King of the Ring and get him to advance. We then get Cena coming out to say his goodbye to the WWE Universe. I think the thing is Wade Barrett allowed him to, or has invited Cena, and Cena clearly accepted it. But this was unnecessary. Cena does a good speech. He does a good speech, and I think it's only the power of hindsight because I know what happens. I hate this speech from Cena because it's an actual really good speech, and if he stayed gone for a while, it would have been way more impactful. I think the fact that he literally does not even leave for a week is what ruins it. He seems to kind of focus, and I think that's the reason. So I think, looking in hindsight, I don't like the speech, but when you put any actual, thought into it and anything, it's perfectly fine. There's no issue with it. We then go to our next match, which is Ted DiBiase versus United States Champion Daniel Bryan in a Kingdom and qualifying match, a rematch from Survivor Series. Randomly, as Bryan's making his entrance, Brie Bella runs out for Bryan, which is more funny because Bryan is built as such an awkward guy. He's never talked to a woman in his life. He does not know how to react. He kind of just ignores her. And I'm like, why? Why are you ignoring? Brie Bella. I'm not saying I'm gonna go Jerry Lawler on this and make it seem like it's the worst thing ever, but it's really bizarre that a Bella is running up to you saying hi, and your response is like act like she's non-existent. I'm just saying. We get a nice spine buster, but Ted DiBiase. But in the end, Dan Bryan wins with the LeBell lock. I probably guessed for the second time in a row. He advances to King of the Ring. So yeah, that's a thing. We then go in next match as Alicia Fox. Thank you, Norm Dar, for that. Takes on Divas champion Natalya, who won it last night. But we find out that Raw is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, Faster, which I think is a Rock movie, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Again, just bought up Hot Pursuit because of the fact that me and my buddy used to play it. I don't care about the other two things. I've never had Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll bet you they taste good. And I don't even know what the hell Faster is. Actually, let me Google it. We're going to Google it right now. Faster. What is Faster? Following the 10-year prison driver, who's played by Dwayne Johnson, sprints through the gates to take vengeance on those who are responsible for his brother's murder. Within hours of dispatch in his first one, he has two men on his tail, a veteran police officer and an arranged assassin. I like it. Yeah, maybe watch it. I think people should watch it. Just watch it anyways. CM Punk, oh my god, during this match makes me laugh so hard, but no, I'm not going to try to redo it. Just go find it. Natalya wins with the sharpshooter, of course. She just won the title, so they're going to make her look good. Wish they'd try that now with wrestlers, but apparently we don't do that now. We get a backstage thing with John Morrison and Melina talking, where Melina just slaps John Morrison on the ass, and we needed to see that for some reason. Before going to our next match, which is John Morrison versus Tyson Kidd in the King of the Ring qualifying match. For some bizarre reason, so Tyson Kidd had just broken up with David Hart Smith 2 to 3 weeks ago. And they're asking who's better between Tyson Kidd or David Hart Smith. I was going to ask my friend, but he didn't show up. So I'm just going to answer. I'd say David Hart Smith's better throughout time. Has proven himself to be better. Despite the fact that he doesn't know how to freaking use the guy. Literally brings him back. Lets him have a match on TV. Then fires him. Assholes. So yeah, Tyson Kidd's very aggressive in this match. Trying to pull in a new aggression now that he does have David Hart Smith. Morrison hits an awesome kick to the back of Tyson Kidd's head, and then we get the interaction of the night for me between Punk and Cole, because Cole talks about how it's parkour, where he has to, I'm trying to remember how he words it. He has to rotate his body, or he has to do something to his body, and then Punk goes, he's got a what? He kicked a man in the head. That's what happened. But yeah, it made me laugh. The way that two interacted with each other is funny. Kidd gets back into it, hitting a nice swing and neck breaker, but Morrison kicks out. Morrison, though, gets back anyway, hits Starship Pain to win and advance. I mean, good way to follow up for Morrison following the win from Survivor Series when he beat Sheamus. They followed it up with having him beat Tyson Kidd and advance in the tournament. Sheamus also bounced back early in the night by doing it. So we then go into our main event as Randy Orton takes on Wade Barrett for the WWE Championship. And then here, I don't care what anyone says. You can give me your SummerSlam. You can give me your whatever. I know SummerSlam was bad for the Nexus. But when it comes to burial of Wade Barrett and taking away Wade Barrett's seriousness as a threat in the main event picture, I blame this. Because the Nexus jumps Randy Orton while he's making his entrance. Randy still chooses to compete, has a hurt knee, can barely stand on it, and still wins. Wade could not beat a less than 100% Randy Orton. So I will not allow anyone to try to justify how this works. This was the Wade Barrett's beginning of the Wade Barrett shuffle being sent down the card. Because he did not... For him to not be able to do that is very telling of the fact he was not able to pull that off. I don't even have much on this match. Like, at the end, Wade hits the wasteland, but Cena appears to pull the referee out. So, literally couldn't be gone for a night. He literally couldn't even leave for the night. He had to come back. Damn it, Cena. Just stay gone for one night, man. That's all we want. We just want you to live up to your word for one damn night. Just stay gone for one goddamn night. Cena hits the attitude adjustment to Wade before Nexus chase him away. Wade gets up and Randy just hits an RKO out of nowhere to win and retain. I hate this. I hate this so much. This was such a BS thing. Made Wade look like shit. Wade couldn't even beat up a barely able to compete Randy Orton. Horrible. Horrible. Hate it. Hate it with a passion. As Randy Orton celebrating, no, The Miz runs down and cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase. That's what happens on this Raw. I mean, you know that from the thumbnail still, but you know what I mean. This is the Raw when The Miz cashes in Money in the Bank. The Miz is all over Randy at the start of the match, taking control of it, but Randy begins to make a comeback. Randy goes for the RKO, but Miz catches him into a Skull Crush finale to win the WWE Championship. And Angry Miz goes on the Wrestling Fan Reaction Mount Rushmore. Had to throw that in there. You know what? For fight what anyone says, The Miz in 2010 was probably the best choice to become WWE Champion, in all honesty. Because he was putting himself on the mic as to be one of the most hated men. Because he was booed viciously out of every building in that time frame. And him having Money in the Bank works better because he didn't just walk in and become WWE Champion by beating a medically cleared Randy Orton. He beat him who has been in 2 matches. Or been jumped before and then beat Wade. I still don't like the finish of Wade losing. I don't like it. But if it was to get Miz the belt, I can more accept it. Anyone who thinks Miz didn't deserve to have the title just want to be petty towards Miz. Because even in 2010 he deserved it. And for those who hated him in 2021 for having it, are really stupid. And clearly don't understand how this works because you were craving him to have it for so damn long. So, yeah, I'm not going to shit on The Miz for having this title run. I think he justifiably deserves it. And, so, yeah, that's my thought on The Miz winning the title. And that's going to be it for this review because we ended with Miz celebrating. Thank you all for watching. I'm not sure how often I'll do these. I'll probably do these at least as much as I can, but it won't be every week. There's no guaranteed time frame. I hope you all enjoyed this review of Raw from November 22nd, 2010. Suggest you all watch it for mainly Punk on commentary. And I'll see you for the next one, which only I will promise you is from the Attitude Era. So we're going back. But that is all I'm going to tell you. If you have suggestions for what shows you would like us to review, pay-per-view, or just regular wrestling show, leave them in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, we'll see you whenever the next one is.